Luke Shrago is there at the ceremony's location in the Luxembourg Gardens in central Paris. Let's talk to him while we wait for the proceedings to get underway. Luke, talk to us a bit about how this ceremony will unfold.
Well, it's the third time that French President Emmanuel Macron has marked the National Day of commemorating the slave trade and its abolition. And here in central Paris at the Luxembourg Gardens, it's a moment of reflection. Emmanuel Macron will be laying a wreath and will be holding a moment of silence. He's attending the proceedings with 5 of his ministers: the Minister of the Interior, the Minister for Justice, the Minister of Education, the Minister of Culture and the Minister for Equality and Diversity. That shows just how much that slavery, the trade and its abolition has had an effect on the fabric of France. Now, it does come at a very particular time with larger dimensions. This anniversary is the 20th anniversary of the passing of a law in 2001 recognizing slavery as a crime against humanity. Now, that itself came with a host of changes, giving in particular movements to the national curriculum, giving more space to learning about the era and its effects. Now, since 2006, May the 10th has been officially recognized as one of the official dates, symbolic of the time when that law was passed in the Senate.
Luke, there's been some controversy around these events because Macron will be attending these proceedings today, but it was only last week that he was celebrating the life of Napoleon, who brought slavery back in France after it was abolished. Now, that's caused some controversy, hasn't it? Tell us more.
Yes, it does come just days after. It's a very particular time with the bicentennial of the death of Napoleon Bonaparte. Now, he restored slavery in 1802. That was all the way up until 1848 when it was ultimately abolished again. But at the time, even when laying a wreath at the tomb of Napoleon, he did say that commemoration did not mean celebration. And you have to remember that at times like this in the world, we've seen the rise of the Black Lives Matter movement. It's taken on global proportions. And there are analysts the world over who are looking at any major figure from any country around the world and saying that they will fall foul of certain of the way that we look at things today. It does, of course, raise even more questions as well. Slavery, of course, being recognized in France for 20 years now as a crime against humanity, but still much work remains to be done, particularly when it comes to reparations. Now, the real debate over that only got going in the early 2000s with one particular association demanding 200 billion euros in reparations. Now, that was judged at the time not to be admissible. It's led to an absolute legal and genealogical headache as to how reparations might in fact be carried out, who will apply for them, who is entitled to them, and how they're going to be allocated. President Taubira, the former justice minister who authored the 2001 law, called the Taubira law, as all such laws are carrying the names of those people who authored them. She says that more and clear discourse is needed, that communication that needs to communicate to people just what it means, and we need to move forward with courageous political thinking and discourse, and a sense of responsibility and the courage to act in the face of history.
All right, Luke Shrago, thank you very much indeed for your reporting.